Thank
All right,
you.
let's move on to Survivor Series Saturday. It's very simple. We want you to be the shining light in someone else's story of survival. And then, the easiest way you can do this is just share your story. And you can share your
Mhm.
story with the community in so many different ways. And I'm talking about from a caregiver's perspective, from the patient's perspective. If you lost a loved one, we want to hear your perspective on how that happened. And we can accept your story in written form as a pre-recorded video. You can go live like we are today and then take questions from the community. The goal here is to hear about what were you feeling? What was your diagnosis? Were you misdiagnosed? What's the treatment? What's that been looking like? And kind of like where you are now. So telling other people your story validates a lot of things that they've been through. I can't tell you how many times we've heard people say, "Oh my gosh, so and so just shared their story and they finally said what I've been thinking all along. I just didn't know how to put it into words." Or they learned something from your story and then they want to take it back to their own physicians and ask questions. Um, and that's just a great way to generate conversation between people and their own personal physician. So don't discount the impact of telling your story. Don't discount it on how it's going to impact you. It's extremely therapeutic. I promise you. You might get emotional, you might cry, and that's great for ratings. It really is. And I don't mean to say it like that, but it's great in that people feel that human element. They can connect with you. They've been crying too. It's a win-win when people can connect with other people on a genuine human level. So if you're interested, just complete the link, complete the form. Someone will be in touch with you and we will talk about featuring you in one of our future survivor stories. And we're actually booking right now for November. So fill out the form.
I
It's
have
our survivor
one thing to
series.
add there. In
What
the
was that?
I have one thing to add
Mm-hmm.
in our support groups. We have people that they don't recall any part of anything that happened to them. They were basically blacked out during the whole thing, and then they
Mm-hmm.
hear
Wow.
everybody else's story, and they're like, "I wonder which one of these was me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that a few times, and that's super interesting to hear because it's like, well, I didn't feel any pain. I don't remember going to the ER. It's complete
Mm-hmm.
blank. Just woke up
So scary.
with
I would hate
tubes.
that.
Yeah.
I hate sometimes that I can't
Mhm.
remember certain aspects of it. I want so badly. And then I think, why do I need to know so badly? But that's where a caregiver comes in because if a caregiver was present, they can give their perspective. I think the most frustrating is if nobody was present. What were people feeling and seeing? I had a conversation with my transport nurse, and her recollection of what happened is very different than mine. But which, I don't know. Maybe her version is skewed because she was so scared. Maybe my vision's skewed because I was already having cognitive changes from a wacky blood flow at that moment. Who knows? But it is fun to hear the different details of the
Mhm.
story of things that I did and phone calls I made and sentences and stuff like it's just weird. So yeah, that's got to be really, really challenging when you remember very little and you listen to everybody else. So, but we still want to hear from you. So that's our Survivor Series Saturday.